Okay, so what if I told you that there are entire universes right now on the tip of your finger? Like unbelievably intricate landscapes, all smaller than a single grain of salt. Well, today that's exactly what we're diving into. We're exploring the art of the nanocosmos, these incredible worlds that are literally all around us, but just completely hidden from our view. So, this all starts with a really cool shift in perspective. The futurist Buckminster Fuller, right? Someone once asked him if he was bummed out that he'd never been to space. And his answer was just this perfect question. I mean, think about that. His point was so profound. We're already in space. We're on a shipshape called Earth. It's all just a matter of perspective, of where you're looking from. And that shift in perspective, that's exactly what this is all about. You've got this artist, Michael Benson, who's actually famous for his incredible images of planets and galaxies, the huge stuff. But then he completely flips the script. He turns his gaze away from the cosmos and inward to the nanocosmos, basically asking this same question. He decided to explore all the wild stuff happening right here, on our own planet, just at a scale we can't see. So how does that even happen, right? How does an artist who's known for capturing the sheer enormity of space suddenly pivot to a world that's hidden inside, like a single drop of water? Well, it's this amazing journey from the infinitely large to the infinitely small. And what he's looking for, it's the same thing, that universal, mind-blowing beauty. And this wasn't just some weekend project. For 7 years, 7, Benson dedicated himself to this, and it all became his book, Nanocosmos. His whole goal was to show us the absolutely staggering complexity and beauty of natural design at a scale that is just, it's hard to even wrap your head around. We're talking about entire worlds within worlds, all completely invisible to us. Okay, so to explore a frontier like this, you're going to need more than your standard magnifying glass. Benson's primary tool wasn't a camera, it wasn't a paintbrush, nope. It was a massive, seriously expensive, $1 million piece of scientific hardware. This beast is the Scanning Electron Microscope, or SEM for short. And here's the magic trick, what makes it so incredibly powerful? Instead of using light to see, like a normal microscope, it uses a beam of electrons. So it doesn't just show us what's there, it kind of changes the whole definition of seeing. It creates these images with a level of detail that is just, well, it's completely beyond anything a regular light-based microscope could ever dream of. Yeah, just try to picture the microscope from your high school science class, right? Now imagine that, but scaled up to take over an entire room. That's an SEM. And with this thing, you're not just peeking through a little eyepiece, no way. You have to carefully place your tiny subject inside this chamber, and then the machine just meticulously scans every single contour to build a final, absolutely breathtaking image. Okay, so this is where it gets really interesting. What happens when you give an artist the keys to a super powerful scientific tool like this? Suddenly, the goal isn't just about collecting data anymore. It becomes about something way, way more profound. See, where a scientist uses the SEM to prove a hypothesis, to get empirical data, Benson uses it to spark our curiosity, to make us go, whoa! He actually calls his work a form of adult play, which I love. It's his way of exploring our place in the universe and just holding on to that sense of pure awe for the world around us. And get this next part just brilliantly shows that blend of hardcore science and pure artistry. To capture a single snowflake, Benson had to come up with this crazy, delicate, super high-stakes procedure. I mean, ice does not like being in a vacuum, and it really doesn't like being hit by a beam of electrons. So he had like a 3-minute window to get the shot before the snowflake literally just vanished. Poof. Talk about pressure, right? And this quote, man, it gets right to the heart of his whole artistic philosophy. At first, he saw this imperfect snowflake, and his first thought was disappointment, like, I can't use this one. But then, a minute later, it just hit him. Wait a second, this is how it actually looks. Use this. And that's the whole point, right? His goal wasn't to capture some idealized, perfect snowflake from a storybook. It was to capture the beautiful, flawed reality of this one specific snowflake. It's all about celebrating what's real over what we think is perfect. All right, so now we get the artist, we get his crazy tool. Let's actually step into the gallery and see some of this stuff. And our very first stop is amazing because it brings Benson's journey completely full circle. It connects the vastness of outer space with a hidden world inside a tiny, tiny speck. So take a look at this. What do you think you're seeing? A mountain range? Maybe somewhere in Utah? Nope. This is actually a microscopic piece of lunar glass, moon rock, brought back by the Apollo 16 mission. And if you look closely, you can actually see the fractures from when it was formed, and even teeny tiny craters from micrometeorites hitting it. And the craziest part? Because this stuff is literally priceless, Benson couldn't use his normal imaging technique. He had to invent a whole new way to capture these incredible, otherworldly landscapes. Okay, now we're going to zoom in even further, a lot further. The next thing we're going to look at is just 0.3 millimeters wide. To put that in perspective, that's about the width of 3 human hairs stacked together. That's it. And this is a radiolarian. It's a single-celled organism from the ocean, and it builds this absolutely breathtaking, intricate shell for itself. And get this, it's made of silica, which is basically glass, that it pulls right out of the seawater. It literally builds its own tiny glass house. Those spiky bits are thought to help it float. And it's so beautiful, it's not even a new discovery in art. This thing was inspiring artists and designers way back in the 19th century, thanks to the biologist Ernst Haeckel. I absolutely love how Michael Benson describes this next one. He said it has this element of Islamic architecture. You know, like it could be the top of a building, part of a mosque or something. It has that level of intricate design that feels totally man-made. But it's not. This is 100% pure nature. These are diatoms, and you might not have heard of them, but they are absolutely crucial for life on Earth. I mean, crucial. There are billions and billions of them, and together they produce a huge amount of the oxygen we all breathe. Their see-through shells are like little petri dishes for algae that live inside and create energy. And here's that full circle moment again. They're microscopic, right? But when they bloom in the ocean, there are so many that you can actually see them from space, the nanocosmos visible from the cosmos. So after seeing all these unbelievable images, what's the big takeaway? I mean, why does looking at these tiny little worlds actually matter for us, here in our big everyday lives? Well, seeing these hidden structures is cool, for sure. But the real goal here is to change how we see, everything. Benson himself said that this project totally transformed how he experiences nature. It made him deeply, deeply aware of the countless, complex, beautiful worlds that we just walk right past every single day without a second thought. And really, that leads to the ultimate purpose of this art. Think about it. Our world is so full of, human drama and political squabbles and noise. Benson's work is this powerful reminder. It's an invitation to just pull our gaze away from all that for a minute and to just look. Look out at the vast, incredible world that we're a part of, and just be awestruck by what's really here. So, we'll leave you with this final thought. If this much crazy complexity and beauty exists in a world we can't even see right under our noses, what else are we missing? What other amazing frontiers are out there waiting to be discovered? Not in the distant stars, but right here, if only we remember to look.